Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're dialing in from around the world. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank the organisers on behalf of the World Packaging Organisation for inviting me here today to talk about circular and sustainable packaging design. So the World Packaging Organisation has a number of targets for the next 3 years, and they include reducing food waste, reducing packaging waste, and increasing packaging awareness through education. And the WPO targets this by targeting unnecessary packaging, encouraging the phasing out of problematic and single-use packaging materials that are not recyclable, and focusing on the development of monomaterial packaging. So the world is busy at the moment, and it's busy trying to achieve local, regional, global targets. And it doesn't matter whether it's a plastics pact, a plastics-free pledge, an EU plastic strategy, sustainable development goals. Ultimately, we're all trying to lower the environmental impact of packaging that's out there in the world and make sure that all packaging that is available in the world is recyclable and recoverable in the country that it is sold in. And it's a shift from a linear economy to a circular economy. So natural resources are diminishing and pollution is getting worse and greenhouse gas emissions are worsening. And unfortunately and sadly, oceans and waterways are filling up with packaging waste. And we really do need to stop and redesign and rethink our packaging.
By 2050, there could be more plastic than fish in the oceans. Yet the problems start long before plastic reaches our oceans, rivers and beaches, and so must the solutions. We must tackle this flood at the source. We must eliminate the plastic we don't need. We must innovate, so all the plastic we do need is designed to be safely reused, recycled or composted. And we must circulate everything we use, making sure the plastic we produce stays in the economy and never becomes waste or pollution.
Join our journey.
So what we're talking about is a circular economy, and we're trying to shift the systems, and we're trying to make sure that we're designing out waste and pollution, that we're keeping products and materials in use for as long as possible, and ultimately regenerating natural systems. So the World Packaging Organisation undertakes a series of initiatives, and they are within not only circular and sustainable design, but also food loss and waste and safe food packaging design, because ultimately the environmental impacts of food waste are a conversation that's extremely critical for everyone to have, because we need to minimise food waste and the environmental impact of food waste as well. So the World Packaging Organisation has an annual awards program, a global awards program, and within the World Star Packaging Awards, there is a category, it's a special award category, which is called Sustainable Packaging Design. And what I wanted to do was share with you some of the innovations from around the world so that you can see what companies are actively doing in this space. This is the 2021 World Star Gold winner. And this is Coca-Cola in Australia, and they developed 100% recyclable PCR rPET bottles, and they actually moved most of their SKUs to this range of rPET, PCR rPET, and that's everything from carbonated soft drink bottles, sensitive warm-filled bottles, aseptic bottles, and they have moved everything over to 100% PCR rPET and reduced the use of virgin materials. And they identified that there was a 50% of Coca-Cola's PET tonnage made now in PCR rPET. The gold winner for last year was actually also out of Australia, and it was a small dairy company called Lewis Road dairy. And they also developed 100% post-consumer recycled milk bottles. And one of the things that they did was they moved their glass bottles to a recycled PCR, rPET, to try and maintain that look and feel of a glass bottle. They reduced the weight. They made sure that it was recyclable and recoverable, and they saved 340 tonnes of virgin plastic by moving to the PCR rPET. The silver winner was a retailer called Woolworths, and they replaced non-recyclable black plastic trays with a renewable pulp-based fibre tray, which was sourced from unbleached bamboo and sugarcane. They have replaced plastic trays over 50 of their bakery products. They 75% of all of the products that were previously packed were entirely in plastic, so they've moved away from that. And they've reduced the plastic in their bakery range by 265 tonnes annually. We then head over to Yassa Packaging in the Netherlands, which is a bag to paper. And this is ideally suited for dry products, particularly things like potatoes, onions, and seeds. It can be closed without sealing. It has a self-adhesive system, and it's suitable for all of the vertical form fill and feel systems. The paper is 100% recyclable, and there's no plastic coating. This is the gold winner for 2019 from Finland, and this is a fibre-based food tray. They eliminated no more carton sleeves. They made sure that the tray was recyclable, that it was a fibre-based tray, that the trays were also compatible with automatic packaging processes, and they reduced the plastic in the range by 85%. This is a Coca-Cola Company and Indorama Ventures for Simply Beverages range in the USA. And this is a PETG bottle that they moved to a new PET formulation. And it's the first design of its type within this collaborative project. And they enabled the container weight to be reduced by 9%. And it's compatible in a standard PET recycling stream in the USA. So it's recognized by the APR as a recyclable and recoverable material. This is a solution that's come out of Austria from Mondi, and it's a barrier pack recyclable design. And it's also recyclable in the streams that it's sold in, and it's a sustainable alternative for flexible laminates. It's easily openable, it's easily resealable, which adds to consumer convenience, and it's fully recyclable. And it's ideally suited for ice cream, pet food, food and beverage products. This is a new solution that is coming out of Nestle. And one of the things that they did was they did a marketing program where they got rid of the Kit Kat logo that all consumers know and love, and they replaced it with a Mobius loop link. And they also tried to encourage people to understand that this wrapper is a return to store recyclable solution. And the next step that they did with their solution is they're developing a range that is actually using recycled wrappers. So it's going to be a reuse model, circular economy model. So there was two aspects to this program. One was to encourage consumers to understand that soft plastic wrappers are recyclable in the return to store program in the country that it's sold in. And then also the next step is to make sure that Kit Kat wrappers can be recycled over and over again back into more Kit Kat wrappers. So then we move over to Brook Farm, which is a company that's taken an initiative which is called Roll and Recycle, and they're running with it for their business. And it's quite exciting that a company like Brook Farm has decided that not only do they want their soft plastics pouches to be recyclable, but they wanted to be a part of these new trials called Roll and Recycle, where the actual packaging, the pouch, is rolled and it's recycled through the materials recovery facility and recognised as a plastic bottle. So it stays as a semi-rigid three-dimensional shape in the materials recovery facility, and it enables stand-up pouches that are ultimately currently recycled in return to store programs to be recycled potentially through materials recovery facilities. So that allows the consumers to put these packs into their curbside bins, and then they get picked up and collected and recycled through the materials recovery facility. This is an example of a beverage pack that's a little bit different in the category, and it's a certified home compostable film, and it's a certified FSC approved outer to make sure that it's all fully sustainable. They have also ensured that the secondary packaging is FSC recyclable cardboard and certified, and that all of the inks on the packs are non-toxic. Another solution is Cove, and they have a refill reuse model that is quite innovative and intuitive that I wanted to share.
An innovative reusable cleaning system designed to reduce waste and lessen the environmental footprint of cleaning across the kitchen, bathroom, and laundry. There are three key components to the Cove system: reusable bottles, refillable pouches, and plant-based ingredients. The aluminium bottles are designed for continued reuse and durability. Cove bottles feature dispenser components that have been life tested to last years, far beyond the lifespan of an ordinary cleaning product. The Cove refill pouches use at least 80% less soft plastic compared to conventional cleaning products. The pouches are compact, recyclable, and made from soft plastic that is readily recyclable through the RedCycle program. The Australasian recycling label and clear on-pack communication effectively guides the consumer how to recycle the pack. The active ingredients in Cove formulations are derived from natural and renewable resources. The Cove refill pouch contains 125 ml of liquid with a high concentration of actives. The consumer simply adds water at home. By creating a reusable bottle as part of the system, Cove completely reconfigures the ongoing purchases. A conventional cleaning product requires the user to repurchase the bottle and trigger dispenser repeatedly, contributing to landfill, whereas a Cove user buys a bottle once and buys the lightweight refill pouch repeatedly instead.
And then I wanted to share with you this fabulous concept from Xeroco. And what Xeroco has done is take packaging that is floating in the ocean, so all the ocean plastics that we're all trying to get rid of around the world, and they're repurposing it and recycling it into their dispensers that you can see in this image. They have also taken a lot of plastics, soft plastics that is non-recyclable or going into landfill as well for the pouches, and they've made sure that the pouch spout is easily separable so that you can recycle the soft plastics pouches in the return to store program. And they're trying to eliminate unnecessary single-use packaging, and they've made sure that they've come up with this fantastic reward scheme and incentive program that you can get these free shipping and delivery packs. You can send it off, get it all refilled, and then a new purchase comes through and it's delivered to your door. So it's nice and easy, and the ethos of this company is quite remarkable. Another really innovative solution is a new coffee bag, and it has the barrier of the previous standard coffee packaging, and it is challenging the space of flexible packaging for coffee. This is a recyclable monomaterial with a barrier. It is recyclable and recoverable in the return to store program in the country that it's sold in, and it replaces mixed laminate materials for coffee packaging.
The Melbourne Coffee coffee concept evolved from a desire to challenge the space of flexible packaging and create a monostructure material for coffee. The innovative solution is a recyclable, sustainable solution for coffee that also offers barrier to oxygen and vapour. CyclePack have developed a packaging solution that could change traditional approaches in the coffee industry for good, replacing mixed laminate packaging materials. The packaging is 90% LDPE, has a technical barrier to gas and vapour, a monostructure lamination, BOPE, 7-layer high barrier co-extrusion with EVOH, reverse or surface printed. Developing the sealant layer to hold the release valve internally was essential to the development and required some variance testing. When producing a 90% PE monostructure, the resistance to heat offered by the BOPE was critical to product performance and success. The packaging is entirely recyclable under both the Australasian Recycling Label Program and the UK-based OPRL scheme.
And then we jump into a meat tray, and obviously this is a challenging area all the way around the world, and they wanted to move from a non-recyclable laminated plastic tray to a recyclable, curbside recyclable, FSC certified solution. The new solution now uses 75% less plastic than the meat trays that they previously had in their range. It eliminates 114 tonnes of plastic from 7 beef cut ranges, and the weight reduction is 9.7 grams per tray, which is 29 tonnes per annum. And it's ultimately approved to be curbside recyclable through the ARL program and the Red Cycle program. This is a salmon solution, and the trays are made from 50% PCR rPET. And they've included a layer of Plantix renewable barrier material to maintain the freshness of the salmon. And during the recycling process, the thin Plantix layer washes away, and it allows the rPET tray to be recycled as a clear PET tray. They have replaced over 15 tonnes of problematic single-use packaging from their range by moving to this new design, and they've reduced the usage of virgin material, and most importantly, it has consumer ARL communication on pack, and it's curbside recyclable. Another area that many people don't consider is secondary and tertiary packaging, and I wanted to give you a little bit of an idea on other solutions that are out there that are trying to make more sustainable solutions. And this is one from Omni Group, and it's Ventex Unico, and it's a 100 recyclable 15 film, and it's dispensed through ropers, reducing stretch wrap by over 50%, and it requires fewer wrapping rotations, and it decreases pallet wrapping costs by half. And here is a little video just to show you a little bit more about the Omni Ventex.
Ventex Unico stretch wrap is 100% recyclable, and the 15 film can be dispensed through the Unico ropers, reducing stretch wrap usage by over 50%. The solution requires fewer wrapping rotations and significantly decreases pallet wrapping costs by halving film usage. The Unico film allows air to flow freely through the pallet and allows loads to breathe. The stretch wrap increases load ventilation to help prevent moisture buildup so that the goods can remain fresh and condensation free, therefore extending shelf life and reducing damaged produce. The solution reduces chill room electricity costs, allowing air to flow through the pallet, cooling the load faster. Therefore, temperatures are not required to be as low. Unico film is ideally suited for wrapping loads that require fast cooling, aeration, and controlled temperatures. The solution is perfect for wrapping loads of fresh produce that are likely to get damaged by ripening gases, humidity, and mould.
And the last one that I wanted to show you was another consideration for your outers. And this is about eliminating unnecessary single-use packaging, eliminating polystyrene, EPS, and trying to make sure that what you're packing your products in is more sustainable. So a more recyclable solution, renewable, biodegradable. And basically what this is cardboard and corrugate that you potentially are already using in your warehouses and distribution centres. It gets put through a machine that you can actually have in your DC, and then you can use that as your padding and protection to wrap your products and transport them. And then it's obviously curbside recyclable, FSC certified, so it ticks all of the boxes for sustainable design. So when you are considering circular and sustainable design, it's really important that you look at using your materials for longer, using them again and again and again, making sure that it's clean, and using less of your materials wherever possible. Rethinking, redesigning, reducing, reusing, and recycling your packaging is where we have to be now. And I would encourage all of you to look at solutions that are more sustainable and that can ultimately lower the environmental impact of your packaging. And I'll leave you with one last video that I think has a really fantastic message.
Plastics are all around us. We all benefit from them. They help make our cars lighter, protect our food and insulate our homes. As we use plastics in more and more ways, we're also creating more. But did you know that just 14% of global plastic packaging is recycled? All the rest, worth $80 to $120 billion every year, is lost after just one short use. And that nearly a third of all plastic packaging leaks into ecosystems where it can stay around for hundreds of years. This means that by 2050, there could be more plastics than fish in the sea. The new plastics economy aims to drive a movement towards a system that works, transforming the current take, make, dispose economy into one where plastics are designed to be used over and over again. To do that, we're bringing together leading organisations, experts and entrepreneurs from across the world to innovate, collaborate and rethink the way we produce, use and recover plastics. We know it's possible. Join us in creating an effective system that works for everyone. Visit newplasticseconomy.org to learn more and see who's already involved.
So thank you very much for the opportunity just to show you a few of the innovations that are being designed around the world for sustainable packaging. I would encourage all of you to keep an eye out for the World Star Packaging winners for the next upcoming year. And should you have any questions or need any additional information, please reach out to myself or anyone within the World Packaging Organisation, as we're always here to help you. So thank you once again to the organisers, and please stay safe. Thank you.